Hey, hello. It's very nice to see you again. Welcome to my daily communication practice. Now it's time to choose. Now we discuss an topic. First, I'm I'm describe an event. Uh, in this time I am trying to communicate in English with some peoples like anyone which I not know or which I don't know. So, I am trying to communicate with with a people like hello, I am Rishabh, and I am doing working like this, and then he laugh, he smile, and he's saying uh, if you are not uh, if you are not comfortable, then you can speak in Hindi. Don't try to, not necessary to speak only in English. And I also laugh, and it's very funny, but I take it in funny way, and I also motivate from it, and I further try to communicate in English with other peoples. So, and then in this in few minutes ago, I am ironing my clothes for my college, and then now we can start our topic. And today choosing we are describing it's a rainy season, so we are describe a rain how a water droplet become a rain. So we are also we are studying in lower classes like evaporation occur, then the water water of seas and rivers are evaporated and then form into a cloud, and then they travel from one places to another place and then fall in and may occur in form of rain. So this is the basic or the overview. Then we can try to understand how it is actually done. Then our so our environment has very tiny small particles which are not negligible from our naked eye. Then um, then when in summer season or when in normal day, when evaporation occur, the the water the what the water from seas and rivers are evaporated and and combine and collect surrounded by this particle. Like light center, you may suppose a bowl, a you may suppose a like a stone, like a stone, and fully cover with snow or ice, fully covered with ice, like uh, fully covered with ice. Then the particle in our environment, the small particle, is covered by the evaporated covered by the evaporated vapors of water surrounded by, and then E freeze and sticky on that particle. Then the evaporation occur again and again. Then the layers of the freezed freezed vapors is occurring on that particle for many times. Then then the particles is goes to heavy. Then due to its tiny nature, it is move upward due to like hot like uh, hot gases or hot vapors is comes upward. So it is comes upward. Then millions and trillions of these particles are merged, are combined to form a cloud. Cloud is nothing but the combination or collection of millions and trillions of these particles. So so when so when then the evaporation occur, then the particles is surrounded, the tiny air particles is surrounded by the evaporated vapors, and then goes in upper region of environmental layer, and then combine with similar or millions and trillions of these particles to form a cloud. Then this cloud are maybe heavy or maybe lighter. Then they travel from one places to another places by uh, air with help of air. And then when when uh, then these particles also carries charges, like positive charges or negative charges. So when like forest or mountains are attract this cloud air with help of their charges. Like mountains have positive charges and the clouds have negative charges. Then the negative charge and positive charge are attracts, and cloud are surrounded the mountain. Or similar to the forest, the clouds are surrounded to the upward the forest for due to the attraction of these opposite charges. So when these charges are are collide are collides with like positive charges and negative charges are collide, then a layer of charges is flow. The layer of charges is flow. It is not a air or not any liquid. It is the fifth type of matter that is known as plasma, and in general we known as lightning. Lightning is nothing but the flow of charges in air. Like we know electricity flow in a conductor, means the charges flow in a conductor. This is known as the electricity, the current. Then when the charges flow in the air, and then it convert into a special type of matter uh, known as plasma. And this is also similar to the old type tube lights. Tube lights also are tube lights also has all types tube lights. Glass tube lights are also use the plasma to glow up. So when the opposite charges are collide, then the lightning occur, and and these particles are fall with some velocity or with some speed to the ground known as the rain, and by with help of air will become they will be far, or they will be have some direction. And then the rainy water is again collect in rivers, ponds, and then meet to the ocean. And this is the cycle. So it's nice to eat. Its time is over, and it is very nice to I can continue the my journey one day far. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.